If you're about to spend serious money on a stage piano, you deserve clarity. Not hype, not forum wars, clarity. Today I'm giving you the buyer decisions verdict for 2026. Yamaha CP88 versus Nord Piano 5. And I'm also going to give you the Nord Piano 6 context because I don't want this video to age badly in 6 months. Here's the promise. By the end of this video, you'll know which one you should buy for how you actually play. Worship gigs, studio, home recording, whatever your real life looks like. And I'll give you a free one-page buyer map you can download so you can make the call without second guessing yourself later. Quick note before we start, I'm not sponsored by Yamaha, I'm not sponsored by Nord. If one is better for you, I'll say it. Also, this video is not which one is the best. It's which one is best for you. Because the painful truth is this: the wrong keyboard doesn't feel wrong on day one. It feels wrong on week 3 when your hands are tired, your mix is crowded, and you're trying to be musical under pressure. Let me give you one rule that makes this decision simple. Pick the keyboard that wins at what you do most, not what you do once in a while. So here are the 3 questions that decides this purchase. Do you care most about the feel under your hands? 2. Do you care most about the sound sitting right in a worship mix or live band mix with minimal effort? And 3. Do you care most about the speed of workflow for your home setup, recording, and I just need to get it done? The CP88 and the Nord Piano 5 answer those 3 questions very differently. So I'm going to give you the verdict by buyer type. And while I do that, listen for this. Some people should buy with their hands. Some people should buy with their ears. And some people should buy with their calendar, because workflow is what keeps you creating. Let's start with the buyer type number 1. The action first pianist. This is you if you came from an acoustic piano, grand piano, wall piano, doesn't matter. You notice the keybed before you notice the sound. You care about control at very soft dynamics. You care about repetition. You care about whether your hands feel fresh after a full set. And if that's you, the Yamaha CP88 is usually the safer and the better choice. Because the CP88 is built around a more traditional weighted feel with a wooden graded hammer action. It's the kind of keybed that makes your hands go, okay, I can work with this very nicely. And I'm not saying that makes it better. I'm saying it makes it more predictable for an acoustic first player. Now a real world example: if you play a lot of quiet intros, soft pads with pianos, gentle worship moments, the action first player tends to want that stable control. And if you play hard, big dynamics, loud choruses, that physical resistance can also feel more secure. This is also the case. So the clean verdict here is simple. If you are action first and you want the closest thing to an acoustic style playing experience between these choices, the CP88 is the one you should shortlist first. Now I know somebody is thinking, yeah, but Nord feels fast. Yes, I agree. And that's exactly why I'm going to give you buyer type number 2. Buyer type number 2, the worship player in a dense mix. This is you if you've ever played in church and thought, why is my piano disappearing? Or you thought the low mids. Or you've been told, can you brighten it? Can you cut through? Can you play less? Can you change the patch? Can you do something by the PA team or the sound engineering team? This buyer type cares about one thing above everything else. Do I sit in a mix quickly without a fight? And here's where Nord built its whole reputation. Nord pianos in general are engineered to be mixed ready in a very specific way. It gives you tons of customizations and control. The transient is often easier to hear. The mid-range character often speaks without you doing surgery, and the whole thing can feel like it just lands where it needs to land in a worship setting. Now I'm going to be careful here because you can make either keyboards work, you can EQ anything, and you can change voices as well, and you can play with less sustain. And with the latest firmware upgrade on the Yamaha, there are some very nice new piano samples additions. But if you want the shortest path ready for Sunday, Nord tends to get you there faster. So my verdict for the worship player in a dense mix is this. If your priority is mix cut with minimum tweaking, choose Nord. If your priority is the most traditional keybed feel, choose CP88. And notice what I'm doing here. I'm not calling one a winner or the other. I'm telling you which problem each one solves quicker. Because in worship, the problem is rarely, does it sound good solo? The problem is, can I be heard without being harsh? So if you are the worship mix player, Nord is often the more practical choice. And this is exactly where people get purchase anxiety. Because they play in a shop solo and the warm one feels amazing. Then on Sunday it vanishes. So your buyer type matters more than your first impression. Let's move on to buyer type number 3. I call that home creator or home recorder. Fastest workflow, that's what he's after. This is you if you want to sit down, press record, get the result. You don't want to spend an hour making a piano usable. You want sounds that inspire ideas quickly. You want a library that you can shape your own, you can swap and build a rig around it. This is where the Nord approach shines. Because Nord is basically a curated ecosystem. You've got the Nord piano library, you've got a very intentional sound palette, and you can change your pianos depending on what you're working on. And you have a lot of choices to match and fit your use cases. And the reason this matters in real world is simple. Home recording is not just about sound quality. It's also about speed. It's about how quickly you get to a take you like. So my verdict for the home creator is usually Nord, because you can pick a piano that fits the track rather than forcing one piano to be everything. Now, does that mean CP88 is bad for recording? No, I should say not at all. But the Nord buyer is usually buying a workflow, not just a sound. The Nord buyer wants options and speed. The CP88 buyer wants stability and feel. Now let me do the Nord Piano 6 sidebar, because this is the part that keeps the video evergreen. If you are considering Nord Piano 6 instead of Nord Piano 5, here's the simple difference that matters. Piano 6 gives you a bigger performance-focused workflow upgrade, more hands-on, more program capacity, and 6 live programs. So it's faster to run a gig-ready set without workarounds. It's not that a Nord Piano 5 can't do layered sound, it can. The real upgrade is how quickly you can get to those layers and manage them live, so you have more options to create your live settings. Since you have dual layers for both pianos, both Nord Piano 5 and Nord Piano 6, and synth engines on with Piano 5 as well, Nord Piano 5 still makes sense today, especially if you find it at a good value. So that's the honest Nord Piano 6 context. Let me save you money with one sentence. Do not buy the wrong board and tell yourself you will adapt later. If you are action first and you buy the sound only, you will regret it when your hands get tired. If you are worship mix first and you buy for feel only, you'll regret it when you disappear on a Sunday morning in the service. If you are workflow first and you buy the simplest thing because it's safe, you'll regret it when you stop creating. So here's the quick decision. Action first, choose CP88. Worship mix in a dense band, choose Nord. No piano 5, no piano 6, you can't go wrong with any. Home creator and fastest workflow, choose Nord. Now, if you already own one of these, here's the good news. You are not stuck. You can make either one work brilliantly. But the trick is to stop forcing it to be something it isn't. If you own the CP88, lean into what it does well. Stable feel, expressive dynamic, consistent sounds. Then shape it to your mix with small, simple moves. On the other hand, if you own the Nord, lean into what it does well. Pick the right piano for the library, for the job. Don't use one piano for every situation, and set up a few performance-ready programs so you're not thinking on stage, and leverage that live settings. That's the kind of stuff we go deep on inside PIANORD Academy, because it's not about brand, it's about getting results with what you actually have. So here's my personal verdict in plain English. If you want the most traditional feel and you want your hands to feel confident, if you want the quickest path to sitting in a worship mix and want performance-ready sounds, choose the No Piano 5 or No Piano 6, choose Nord. If you want the Nord world, but you need layered performance setups and more live slots, look hard at No Piano 6, No Stage 4, that's the 2026 answer. Now, if you want the one-page buy, I made it for you. It's free. It's a clean decision matrix with the verdict by buyer type, plus a quick checklist you can use before you buy. Check the other free PDFs for a couple of ready for Sunday starting templates so you're not guessing. The link is in the description and in the pinned comment. Download it, keep it on your phone, and you'll stop second guessing yourself. And if you want the full depth, exact worship mix recipes, setlist workflows, templates, the whole thing, the whole shebang, join the PIANORD Academy. Link next to the free PDF. Link next to the free PDF one. That's where I go deep. That's where we build your rig properly. And that's where you get ongoing support instead of random advice. If this video helped, please like and subscribe. More important than that, tell me in the comments what buyer type you are. Action first, worship mixed, or home creator. And tell me what you are deciding between. I read those and it tells me what to make next. Alright, grab the free buyer map link below and I'll see you in the next one.